is all about. We're a worldwide nonprofit educational organization that empowers people to become more effective communicators and leaders. Spread across the whole world, we have 16,000 plus clubs, more than 360 plus members spread over 143 countries. That's the network that we are cherishing on, and that's what we are proud Toastmasters being. In Toastmasters, you're here to improve your public speaking skills, build leadership, maximize any potential that you have, either it is public speaking, presentation, humor, theater, any kind of potential that you have. We enjoy the unlimited personal growth among each other because we have what we call pathways that will help us build on our development, professional development, and personal development. And we share the passion among young professionals who are here in a very supportive environment. Be sure once you are in a Toastmaster meeting, either it's in Cairo or elsewhere, no one will judge you, no one will demean you or belittle what you're saying, even if your first language is not the language of the club that they're speaking. We practice writing speeches and presenting them in a group setting, as well as gaining a competitive advantage at the workplace, build self-confidence and self-awareness. In our club, we decided to have few ground rules, or what we call them the house deals. We are an apolitical, asexual, areligious, and a zero tolerance club, meaning that we do not speak with profanity, violence, racism, or disrespect intimations for anyone. If you are not the speaker, please put yourself on silent or mute your speaker so you do not disturb the person who is speaking. If you're joining through a handheld device, please put it on silent or do not disturb in order not to cut out the conversation while you get a phone call. If you want to share something with anyone using the chat box feature in Zoom, please do so either personally or individually or publicly with everyone, provided that you don't do that during a speech, because we do not want to disrespect the person who is speaking. And back to you again, our great president, to start that meeting. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Mag, for this very thorough introduction. So again, it's good to have everyone with us tonight. Now, as Max said, Toastmasters International is all about investing in our public speaking, communication, and leadership skills, which I think will be beautifully demonstrated throughout the course of our meeting tonight. Now, if anybody here in the house is considering membership, Rania Leila, please raise your hands. She is our Vice President of Membership, and she will gladly take all your questions, queries. Either you can do it now privately between speeches, like Max said, not during somebody's speech or presentation, but you can go ahead and message her privately to inquire about membership logistics, or Rania, you could just go ahead and write your email in the chat box below. Now, I do want to bring up a couple of things before I hand the mic over to our Toastmaster of the day. Number one, we will be having a table topics section. And for those of you who do not know what that is, our first time attendees, it is basically an opportunity for members and guests alike to deliver a 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech. Now, if you are considering volunteering, kindly write your name below, and we will call on you by order so we could give everybody the chance to participate in our table topics discussion tonight. Also, a little something that I would like to say, if you guys could kindly please turn your cameras on, that would be awesome. Remember that this is a public speaking club, and public speaking entails both our verbal and nonverbal communication cues, so we do have to see each other in order to exercise our nonverbal cues, which entail our eye contact, facial expressions, body language, hand gestures, you name it. So if you can, circumstantially permitting, turn your camera on, please do so we could make the most of our public speaking experience together as a club tonight. With that said, welcome again to Cairo Toastmasters Club tonight. We hope that you have a great time with us. And I will now hand the mic over to our Toastmaster of the day. The mic is yours.
Thank you, Dina. Did you hear me well?
Echo.
There is an echo. Okay. This feels weird. Okay, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, it's a pleasure to be here tonight at an unconventional meeting. I hope as the Toastmaster of the day, I hope as the Toastmaster of the day to walk you through, oh, hi Dina, to walk you through the agenda and host you through the day and tonight. You distracted me, Dina, okay. I will simply host you tonight throughout the entire meeting, and for the benefit of the guests that are here tonight for the very first time with us, I would like to explain the structure of our meeting. Usually, our meeting is divided into 3 segments. Our first segment is the prepared speeches, where members will be delivering speeches based on the projects and pathway they are in. The second segment is the impromptu speaking or the table topic segment, where guests and members are more than welcome to practice thinking and speaking out of their feet. And on the last segment, which is the evaluation, our prepared speeches will be evaluated as well as other aspects of our meeting, like the timing of our meeting and the good use of language, okay? So tonight, as most of you know, and you can see actually, we will be pirates tonight for like 2 hours tonight or today or whenever you are. And when we speak about pirates, we all picture Captain Jack Sparrow swinging around the ship with a hanging rope, with a hanging old rope, running from someone who wants to kill him or kill him, yes. And I hope that not very fan of the movie will have the opportunity tonight to see and experience some of the pirate life we will walk you through. I got so excited when I know about the theme of the first for the first time. The Toastmaster of the day usually pick the theme, and this is the first time which I did not pick the theme. It all came back to me. When I used to watch the first 3 movies of the series when I was like a teenager, yes. And don't judge me. I used to mimic the movement of Captain Jack Sparrow and the way he was talking. I won't do that now for the image. Yes, he was doing that, Muhammad. and I watched the movie over and over and over. The experience that left after watching this movie was last for a couple of hours, and I was like living in an epic adventure, which an experience that most of us will never get to have in their lives. So that's why I was so excited. As a Toastmaster of the day, it's my responsibility to introduce you to our tag team today, who will help us through the entire meeting to have a very organized but fun meeting. Yes, okay. What a hub. It's a fun meeting. To keep track of the time spent in each segment, please help me welcome the timer for today's meeting, Captain Davy Jones, who will release his kraken upon the people who exceed their time limit. Please welcome Toastmaster Wala Osman.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I cannot relate to anything that you've said. And I know. I promised Maggot and I promised everybody to. Maggot told me, to understand everything about your personality or about your character, you just need to watch the first 2 movies. I said, no, I'll watch all 5 of them. And I literally have no idea what this movie speaks about until today. But anyways, I'm your timer for today. And because we in Toastmasters learn the important skill of expressing our thoughts within a specific time, the timer responsibility is to monitor your use of this time, the time allotted for you and your segment. Now, in each segment, let's start with the prepared speeches. They have, depending on their project, of course, but usually from 5 to 7 minutes. Today we have our first speaker. He will be delivering his icebreaker, so he'll have from 4 to 6 minutes. And for the second speaker, she has from 5 to 7 minutes. Now with the table topic segment, you guys have from 1 to 2 minutes. And for the evaluators, they have from 2 to 3 minutes. Now what I'll be doing is that I'll change my screen and I'll use this little sticky note to cover my camera because I don't have a solid background, so it won't work if I don't do that. Now see, the first color I'll show you is this color, green. And when you see this one, it means that you've met the minimum required time for your speech. But you cannot stop before you see this color. If you stop before this color, it means you're disqualified for the awards. Then the second color is yellow, and I show it when you've reached the preferable time for your speech. Yes, ooh, that's what's happening to the screen. And then the red color, it means that your time is up. But no worries, do not stop mid-sentence because you still have a 30-second grace period. With that being said, I'll be back with, ooh, that is weird. See, that's a real pirate over there. Let me close this one. Okay. With that being said, I'll be delivering my report at the end, and I forgot to say that if you exceed the 30-second grace period, you'll also be disqualified. So don't stop speaking before the green color. Do not exceed speaking after 30 seconds of seeing the red color. What I learned as a timer is I learned time management, and I also learned splitting attention because we do a lot of things at once. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Wala. And we have an echo. Okay. I forgot to share the picture prepared for Wala. And here it is. That's Davy Jones. It's very different. Actually, yes, it's very weird that the way we pick the character, but yes, this is a character Wala is playing tonight. This eye patch feels really weird and makes my eye really sweaty. So I prefer to leave it like that. What's next? In the meeting, yes. Next, to keep track of the ahs and ums during the meeting, Captain Barbarossa will be on the watch. Please welcome Toastmaster Ashraf Yusuf as the accounter of today. And here is Ashraf.
Hello all. My name is Ashraf. My name is actually Barbosa. You know Barbosa? He likes to talk like this and he really likes to talk very fast and talk about this and how to contact and how to attack and you know what I mean? That is a Barbosa. Let me actually talk about Davy Jones. You know how to do this, Mr. Barbosa. You shall not. All right, that is about Mr. Davy Jones. And finally, let us talk about Elizabeth Swan. Oh, Will, how are you gonna save me today? And I need to be saved. All right, Now, back to the counter role. All right, so back to the counter role. Oh, man. So the counter is responsible to count the ahs, yani, so, and all of these filler words that we use in our speeches. My job is to count each and every so, yani, if, whatever, so, and all of these filler words as you talk in the speeches today. So at the end of the meeting, I will be giving you the report of everyone who spoke today back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ashraf. And sorry, guys, for what happened. I think Ashraf lived in the moment or something. Okay. It was so good, actually. Yes.
Great job, Ashraf.
Next, to track the good. Next, what? The next. It's next. To track the good and not so good usage of grammar, we have the well-educated Elizabeth Swan. Please welcome our grammarian today, Mr. Amr Dom. And here is your background.
Whoever chose to refer to me as Elizabeth Swan, I don't know who it is, but I'll find you.
The mic is yours, mate.
I'll find you and I will kill you, right? I mean, couldn't you have picked a better name for me, like Captain Dreadful, Captain Hook, because I can hook the audience, Captain Silvertongue, because I'm eloquent with language. You chose to call me Elizabeth Swan. I don't even have hair, dude. Look, I'm going to remove the filter. 1 second. No hair, no hair. How can I be Elizabeth Swan? There's nothing up here. But anyway, just for the sake of this meeting.
Magid, I don't know.
I knew it was you. I knew it was you, Magid. Thank you very much. So as Ahmed mentioned, I'll be monitoring the uses of language. So I'll be the strict English teacher, but I don't have a stick, but I do have very sharp ears and sharp eyes. So I'll be paying attention to your language today, commenting on the correct uses and the not so correct uses. I'm also going to introduce the word of the day. Let's take a look. So make a note of the word of the day, because if you incorporate this word in your speech, we'll give you a cookie. Let's take a look. The word is embark. The definition is to begin a journey, especially on a ship or airplane. Example, the troops are waiting to embark. Millions of Europeans embarked for America in the late 19th century. Another variation of the word is embark on or upon something, phrasal verb. The first meaning is similar, to begin a journey. They embarked on their trip to America with high hopes. And the second meaning, to begin something that will take a long time or happen for a long time. Example, she's embarking on a new career, or the company has embarked upon a risky new project. So I think the last meaning here is applicable to many different contexts. We can all use it, even if we're not talking about ships or airplanes. So keep that in mind. In a moment, I'll post the word and the definition in the chat box so you could refer to it and use it easily in your speeches. Good luck. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Amr. And here is the echo again. That's because I'm at Ashraf, and here's Ashraf. Did you see? Okay. So now, after the introduction of the tag team, we can safely embark on our first segment of the prepared speeches. Today we have two speakers with two evaluators. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Muhammad Abdel-Sattar with his first speech, his icebreaker. He is our newest member at Cairo Toastmasters Club. His pathway, innovative planning. His evaluator is Toastmaster Alia Atiyah, who will give us a brief about Muhammad's speech's objective. The floor is yours, mate. Alia?
Aye, Captain. Can you guys hear me very well?
Alia?
Awesome. I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfecto. So, am embarking on a constantly stable internet connection, so I turned off my video tonight because I'm constantly suffering with this today. Anyways, our first speaker of tonight's meeting is going to be Muhammad Abdul Sattar, and he's going to be delivering his first project of his first level in innovative planning pathway. His objective is to introduce himself to the club and to learn about the basic speech structure. Looking forward to your awesome speech, Muhammad. Let's wish him all the best. Back to you, TOD.
Thank you, Alia. Toastmaster Muhammad introducing Mo. Introducing Mo, Toastmaster Muhammad.
Thank you. Okay, so Mo, Muhammad with an O, Muhammad with a U, Muhammad with double M, or with a single M, Muhammad in Arabic, or even just M. How many of you have seen a different spelling for the name Muhammad? Raise your hands if you have seen different spellings. Okay, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, and that's just in the 6 screens I have on my screen. Okay, so some of you have seen different spellings. However, or no matter, however, or you spell or pronounce Muhammad, it's the most common word in the world given to men. It's according to Columbia Encyclopedia in the year 2000, it's given to more than 150 million men around the world. I anticipate the number has gone higher through the years. Even if it's not the first place, it still plays with the big boys and men names. That being said, my given name is Muhammad. And today I'm giving this speech to introduce myself. And being a practical person, let me do just this. My name is Muhammad Abdul Sattar. I'm 29 years old, married with 1 son. I'm bald, as you see, and obviously handsome. And a total badass. And that's just it. No, I'm just kidding. Let me talk for real. Let me embark you on my journey and tell you my life story that's get me to today where I'm standing before you telling or giving this my first speech. 1992 is the year I was born, the eldest of 4 brothers and 1 sister. And 1 sister. This sister there is a difference of 16 years between me and her, so it's a long number of years. And I would love to tell you from the moment I first saw light that I wanted to be a software engineer, but then I would be lying. I was just a normal kid, cried, played ball, ate candies, go to school, just like any new and small kid. And it was not until I go to preparatory school that I knew I wanted to be a software engineer. Yes, that's it. I want to work with computers the rest of my life. I was fascinated by computers from the moment I saw them. I wanted to sit all day writing code and programming and sometimes playing, although I don't like playing games that much, but it's computers, it's my thing. I really wanted to complete in this career my whole life. And then fast forward to 2011, I joined Faculty of Engineering, Cairo University, Computer Engineering Department, and that was my first step towards my dream. And voila, I know I am on the path to achieve my dream. It was tough journey, but it was nothing I can't handle. And I thought to myself, well, it's just 5 years, and then I will live happily ever after. Yay! But guess what? That never happened. Fast forward again to 2016, I graduated. And just right after graduation, I started working as a software engineer in a company called Ijada. It was a big company at the time. And then after started work for about 1 month or 2 months, I thought to myself, well, I was being lied at. It's the graduation is not the last step. It's the first step. I thought to myself, I always thought that we would live happily ever after graduation, but this just never happened. I find myself that I'm tied to deadlines, I'm tied to deliveries, and okay, I need to get my job done. And through 4 to 5 years, I was concentrating or focusing on my technical specs and how to improve myself as a technical person. And now, fast forward again to 2021, I realized that the technical skills is not the most important aspect of a software engineer. It's communication skills. It's equally, if not more important than the technical skills for me to be a leader, to be a manager, to take my next steps in my career. And that's why I joined Toastmasters. And this is why I'm standing, I'm sitting before you today to be an effective communicator and to take my next steps in my career. When I communicate, I need to be heard, I need to be understood, and I need to be persuasive. That's my life story, and Toastmasters is the shiny new chapter I'm writing in it, and I'm sure it will turn out to be a beautifully written one. Thank you all, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Muhammad, on that great speech, great icebreaker speech.
Thank you.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Are you hearing
yes.
me well?
Yes.
Yes. So, I'm sorry to tell you, Muhammad, tonight is not the night of software engineers. Tonight is the night we embark on our ships to the journey of our pirate's life, as we all pirates here tonight.
Yeah.
So, next, our second speaker is Toastmaster Nurhan Azmi, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Rania El-Ghubashi. Nurhan's speech title is How Luck Happens. And now, Toastmaster Rania El-Ghubashi will give us a brief about Nurhan's oh my God, Nurhan's speech objective. Yes. I'm so excited. Rania, the last call for Rania. We are going to take off with ship or to sail. Yes, we are going to sail. Rania El-Ghubashi. Can anyone see her?
So I can
Evaluator here. Yes.
I can
Thank
just
you,
introduce her.
Mr. AD Silvermind.
Oh, okay. Go ahead,
so,
didn't see your comment. Go ahead,
Amr will not be able to give us a brief about Nurhan objectives, so I will try to look. She sent me just a second. I will give you the brief. It was here. Sorry about that. So Rania's speech title, as I told you, is How Luck Happens. Her pathway is effective coaching. Her project number 2, level 1. Project objective is evaluation and feedback. As she present a speech or deliver a speech and get a feedback, and then apply that feedback on the second speech. And that I guess it's her first speech. So let me welcome Nurhan Azmi. How Luck Happens. How Luck Happens, Nurhan Azmi. The floor is yours, please.
Are you lucky? Are you lucky or unlucky and have fewer opportunities in life? Can we create our good luck or avoid bad luck? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and their guests, according to Janice Kaplan's concept of luck, luck is a combination of 3 ingredients: hard work, talent, and chance. If you look at the successful stories of the most successful people around the world, you will see how those people suffered and strived to generate their luck. How can you create your own good luck? First, prove your existence. Second, put yourself in the right place. Stretch your comfort zone so as to be exposed to different ideas and different opportunities. Number three, networking. Knowing new people will help you to extend your power. Can we avoid bad luck? Yes, we can avoid bad luck. How? Number one, number three, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you, mate.
I have interruption, sorry. How can you avoid bad luck? Number one, with the right preparation. Number two, imagine the worst scenario and how to deal with it intelligently. Number three, turn your bad luck into good luck with the positive outlook. When I began my work at my company, I joined the customer service sector in Cairo. Then I had to move to my hometown in Kafir for some family circumstances. There, I suffered from many problems at work. I thought that I am very, very unlucky. I can't find myself. I spent 2 years of the worst 2 years in my life, but I decided to change. I moved again to the head office in Cairo and the HR. I had an opportunity to be promoted after 3 years, but I refused. The general manager called me for a meeting and said, "Why did you refuse?" I told him, "I am very comfortable at my place with my friends. I don't want to change or to work with new people. I don't want to suffer again." "You are not right. Seize the opportunity." So he encouraged me to try the new experience and to learn new things in my new position. I began to develop myself and to add something to my head. So after that, there was a competition for a manager of the talent management. I applied for that and succeeded because I managed to prepare myself well. I had 2 or 3 times to prepare myself. So if every one of us tried hard to put himself in the right place at the right time, he will increase his own opportunities. He will improve his own good luck. Wish you all the best of luck, and back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Nurhan. And please mute Ashraf. Okay. Thank you, Nurhan, for this speech and this effort. And I hope you all the good and great in your Toastmaster journey. And with that said, now I need you to gather all your energy, physical and mental energy, as our next segment is the table topic segment with the master of improvisation. Yes. Sorry.
I'm at the
Sorry, guys.
polls, please.
The true captain of the Black Pearl, Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm not ready for this, mate.
Oh my
Go for
God,
the
I
polls
forgot
first.
the polls.
Go for the polls first. I have
yes.
some
Now,
rum here to drink,
I
so
will repeat
just
that,
go for the polls. I'm not
more,
ready.
Sorry. I will introduce the mastermind behind all this. Toastmaster Magid, our Zoom master for today, who will introduce you to the polls and everything. Polls.
Okay. Unmute.
Yes.
Good. We are apologizing, Captain Jack Sparrow, because we did not hear your part. Our great Zoom master, Toastmaster of the day, was hijacking the conversation. So maybe you may repeat that after we do the polls. So
Yeah, I was not ready for my segment. So you go for the polls.
I cannot hear you.
Yeah, just go for the polls. I'm not ready. I'm having some rum here.
Oh yeah, that's why the rum is always gone. You're the one who finished it. Good. Yeah. So the way the polls work, guys, is that first we need to ask our timer, does our two speakers qualify for evaluation for polling?
Yes, they do.
Thank you so much, our great timer of the day. If Amr was actually unhappy that I was that he was Susan Swan, actually I am Angelina, and so don't be worried about that. So both of us share the same hairdresser, you know that. So yeah, and the way it was put this way is because Angelina was always wanted to get back to Jack Sparrow, for those of you who are following the movies. So now we're going to share with you the poll. You have 1 minute to reply to the poll so we can identify by the end of the meeting who is the best speaker of today. Go ahead, please. Okay, so I believe everyone is done in the polling. Thank you so much. And now back to you again, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, our Zoom master. Guys, I'm so excited today, so I forgot about the structure and everything. So yes, laugh again. I will repeat the intro to our great Amal, yes, because she deserves it. You need to gather all your energy, mental and physical energy, because our next segment is the table topic segment with the master of improvisation, the true captain of the Black Pearl, Captain Jack Sparrow. And sorry again, Amal, the mic is yours.
Who's Amal, mate? This is Captain Jack Sparrow. And I want to tell you something. If you were waiting for the opportune moment to be in this segment, that was it. But I will give you one more chance to put your names on the chat box if you really want to have a chat with Captain Jack Sparrow. But I do have a name here. The name is Salman. What a beautiful name. Salman, I have a question for you. If I gave you my compass, and you know Captain Jack's compass, it doesn't point to north. It only points to what you want most. So if I gave you my compass, where would that compass point to? Speak to me, Salman.
Ahoy, mateys. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. If I got the compass of Captain Jack Sparrow, since I'm from all the way across the Red Sea in Saudi Arabia, I will point my compass to the west and go all the way to Cairo. So, but I would do that after this after this Corona era, and hopefully one day when your club meets face to face once again, I will sail my ship and visit your club and be a guest face to face and meet you all once again. And after all of that, I would point uh, my compass to somewhere else and sail my ship to visit the world and go or all around the globe. And I would note everything in my map book.
You're on mute, mate. Please unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. Salman, where
Oh.
did you go? A curse of a pirate has come upon us. Please continue, Salman.
Have you heard anything from what I said?
Just partially.
Okay.
Please go on.
I would use my compass and point it all the way to the west to visit Cairo by crossing the Red Sea, since I'm from all the way across the Red Sea in Saudi Arabia. So I'll go to Cairo when this Corona era is over to meet you all in your club when you return to face-to-face meetings. Then I would sail again across the globe and note everything in my pirate book, in my maps, to visit each and every country. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Well done, Salman. Well done. Now, if you want to be just as good as Salman and talk to Captain Jack Sparrow, you can still put your name on the chat box. And I have another name, but still I will pick someone from our club. I will pick who? Who will be here? I will pick Maggot.
Yes, madam.
Angelina or Angelica, please.
Angelica. Yes, I am.
All right. I know that you have a bad experience with a Fountain of Youth. If I took you there, will you drink from it?
Well,
like
Captain Jack
father?
Sparrow. That's Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, now I hear you. Can you hear me without an echo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you, Captain Jack Sparrow, for this journey to the Fountain of Youth. Well, if I would go to the Fountain of Youth, the first thing I would do is that I would use my sword, so I'll be able to get all the money and the coins and the whatever they call it over there to get back my ship that was sank by Barbosa in the sea. So if I would get there, I would first cut my arm so that my blood will fall on this whatever kind of treasure, the treasure chest, and it will definitely remove the curse that we had on the past journey. I hope I am good for this and qualify after the timer's command. Thank you, Captain Jack Sparrow. Back to you again on the ship.
Thank you, pirate. And now we will move to another pirate. I can see that Soha's ship has finally sailed. Soha, welcome aboard. Now I will give you some of Captain Jack Sparrow's wisdom. I will tell you one of my very beautiful, wise words, and you will have to comment on it to tell me if you actually agree or not agree. The first thing here is, the problem is not the problem. The problem is not your attitude about the problem. Savvy? Again, you're not making any sense at all. You don't understand me. The problem is not a problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Savvy? The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Got it? Okay. You are clearly not a pirate.
Well, I'm wearing black, so that's a start. So Hakat, usually the problem is not the problem until the different opponents start to discuss it in an uncontrollable way, forgetting all the ethics of communication. So that's where the problem starts. No one starts to hear the other opponent. They are the only ones who want to be heard. So they just start to talk without listening to the other person. And they just want to convey their message, putting in mind that there's only one way to this problem and it's their way. They're not having any chance to let the other review his points. And we could see this very obvious, especially in the Middle East, where unfortunately we lack good communication skills. And if we just give ourselves time to listen and embrace what the other person has to say, we won't have any problems. And this is mostly the reason why married people always get in conflict, because each one of them thinks that he's the correct point of view. Regardless what the other has to say, it's his word against her words. And at the end, we ladies always know that we are always the correct virgin. So Hakat.
Thank you, Soha. You have a material of a good pirate. Thank you for agreeing with Captain Jack Sparrow. Our next pirate, we have Matthew. Another word of wisdom from Captain Jack Sparrow. Always tell the truth. No one will believe you anyway. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, if we embark on an analysis of what's been said so far, I know that if I'm going to speak the truth, the first thing I need to do apparently is ask my wife what the truth is. Once I know the truth, then it's up to me. Do I tell the truth? Or do I make the truth a little bit more palatable, a little bit more drinkable to the whole crew? Because when I'm speaking, if the crew's paying attention to me, do they want the truth or do they want something else? The truth is, every time I hear the word pirate, I think about where I grew up, because I grew up loving the Pirates. I don't know if anybody else can say that, but I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, and the closest baseball team was the Pittsburgh Pirates. So to me, the Pirates was what I wanted to grow up and be. I wanted to grow up and be a pirate, but I didn't want to steal anything. I wanted to play baseball. That didn't happen, and that's the truth.
Wow. Another fantastic pirate since birth. Great to have you with us, Matthew. Welcome on board. And we have yet another pirate here that I will call myself. We have a guest pirate. I can sense it. I can see in my magic screen a Wagdi, a DTM, a distinguished pirate as well. Wagdi Hussein, I call upon thee. Can you hear me? Can you hear the call of the pirate? Wagdi. He left. He dared to leave Captain Jack Sparrow. Now all the curses of the pirates will be upon him. But until we do, I still feel a sensation from the east. I still have to ask this from someone from the east. So, Shiva, Shiva Sood, finally you're here. It's great to see you again, my dear
Thank you.
pirate.
Same
Hi,
here. It's
Shiva.
lovely to hear with
I am
Cairo
so
Toastmasters.
happy you have joined us on our ship today.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure for me too.
Thank you, Shiva, for having the call of the pirate, for answering Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
Another word of wisdom here. Why fight when we can negotiate? The floor is yours.
Okay. Can you repeat it? Why fight when?
Why fight when we can negotiate?
When you can negotiate. All right. All right, Captain Jack Sparrow. All right, let me get into the mood of the pirate. It's like 11:30 p.m. today right now. All right, why fight when you can negotiate? Of course. For the same reasons it said the pen is mightier than the sword, because bloodshed is not always the solution to all the problems in the world. And dialogue is one of the major problems. Dialogue is one of a very easy way to build communications, to negotiate, and to build a better world. It is said by Malala Yousafzai, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate, that dialogue can solve majority of the world problems. And this is in tune with the fact that fighting is useless, and it's a waste of effort, it's a waste of resources. And negotiating, and who better than Toastmasters can understand this? Negotiating is way better than fighting. It's with our words that we can negotiate, because words, as you say, words are powerful. As Muhammad Katani rightly said, words can make you or break you. It's very important to use our words wisely. And yes, the following CRC approach, we can negotiate everything on the planet there is. You can talk with your boss, give him a feedback, and you can put up a really nice negotiation if you really follow the CRC approach very diligently. So there's no use of fighting, no use of bloodshed, no use of putting your efforts in the wrong direction. Just be a Toastmaster, just negotiate properly, yeah? And there you have all your rewards with you. Over to you, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Thank you, Captain Shiva. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming back to Cairo Toastmasters. We always love to have your ship on our port. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And still the vibes from the east are coming. I can still feel the vibes from the east. I still want another word of wisdom from the beautiful east. Toastmaster Kumi is here. She's graced us with her presence. Please join us. Yes. Come to a chat with Captain Jack Sparrow. I assure you, you will hear a beautiful speech. Now, I tell you another word of wisdom from Captain Jack. Not all treasures are silver and gold. Not all treasures are silver and gold.
Bird? Sorry. Sorry, so what's the reference? Broad? I can't hear. Silver, the girl. Silver, not all treasures are silver.
Ahmed, you're muted.
Yes. Oh, okay, thank you. All treasures are silver. So, not all treasures are silver and gold. Everything is everything is gold for me. So because I know the value of life, because I lost my mother and father and mother-in-law and father-in-law and even my baby. So about 25 years ago. So therefore, I know the value of lives. So therefore, there are no silvers and gold. So even the woods are very precious for me. So living here is the most important thing for us. And to see you and to talk with you, this moment is a very precious thing for me. So every second and every minute are very precious and a treasure for us. So this meeting is also treasure. This is like gold for us. So I thank this moment to see all of you and to share this wonderful time with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kumi-san. Thank you so much for joining us and for answering to Captain Jack Sparrow's call. You are a faithful crew member. Thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful words and lovely speech. You never fail us. And now another crew member have just asked for a word to speak with the captain. Semak Zaghloul. Semak, where are
Yes,
you? Show yourself.
Yes, I'm here.
There you are, Semak. There you are. I'll
Hi,
tell
Ahmed.
you.
How are you?
I am Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain.
Hi,
Captain.
hi, Captain. Hi, Captain. I'm so sorry.
All right, sweet crew member Semak Zaghloul. Close your eyes and pretend it is just a bad dream. That's how your captain goes by.
Sorry.
I am muted. Another curse, the curses of all of Davy Jones. It must be the curses of Davy Jones that's coming upon me. I have been muted. Who did
Could you
that?
repeat? Could you repeat the question?
I will repeat my words most certainly. Close your eyes and pretend it's a bad dream. That's how
Yeah.
I get by. Close your eyes and pretend it's a bad dream. That's how I get by.
Pretend it is a bad dream. That's how I
Get by. When there is a problem.
I didn't understand. Sorry. Could you explain?
Like when something, like when a terrible thing happened to Captain Jack. Like when the mutiny happened and he was thrown off his own ship. So he just closed his eyes and pretend that it's a bad dream, just to forget his problems.
Yeah.
You think that's a good attitude? I dare you say it's not. To your captain.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Many times I pretend to forget my problems and troubles. One day, I was fall in troubles, in many troubles in my life and even my work. My manager was very angry at me, and he doesn't like me, and he even doesn't want to listen to me. So I was very angry, and I was very feel that I was in many troubles in my work. I couldn't do my work in a good way. I couldn't. He doesn't listen to me. I couldn't. I was hesitate, and I couldn't do my work well. I didn't find support or even any good word from him. So I decided to make this way of life, or to try this way of life to get by. So I decided to not enter or to not go to his office. And every time when in the past, when I go to his office, he angry at me and he shout. So I decided to not go at him anyway. After a period of time, I was working with our colleagues, but not directly to him. After a period of time, he saw that I was working good and I was excellent at work, but he couldn't see this because his anger. After a while, he listened to me. He bring me back to work, and he saw that I'm effective in work. I think this way of life could be a solve for many problems, and every one of us should try it. And you should don't let problems to make you like in chains or in ropes. You couldn't move. You have to cut these ropes and cut these chains and go in your way. Back to you, Captain.
You have just saved yourself from the hands of Davy Jones. He's put the red flag. And you just continued. You finally saved yourself, Simak. And you dared to defy your captain and say that what he said was wrong. I will get back to you. Another, there you are. He saved himself. Wagdi. Captain Jack called you earlier and you declined. You just left. Can you hear us, Wagdi? Hey. Oh my God. Can you hear us? Am I pronouncing his name right, people? Because maybe I'm saying the wrong name.
I think he froze on us, Amal.
He froze. Oh.
Wait, Wajdi. Say Wajdi.
Wajdi. Okay, Wajdi. So I was pronouncing it right. But I've never got any education. I'm a pirate.
I think he can't hear us.
I think he cannot hear us. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. One last speaker here. Since Wajdi is not answering us, I will have to select another one. I sense another lord of the pirates, one of the lord of the seas. Dina, our president.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Captain. Yes, Captain.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Aye.
One of the last words of Captain Jack here. You may kill me, but you may never insult me. You know who I am? No? Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow, so you may kill me, but you may never insult me. What do you think? Wisdom? Foolishness? The floor is yours, Captain.
Okay, so let me just begin by saying that I know nothing about Pirates of the Caribbean. But this is my take on what you just said, Captain. So as long as we live, I think our pride is most important. As long as we are alive, we have to value ourselves and we have to demand respect from people around us. And respect has to start from within. So, Captain, you should respect yourself first if you want other people to respect you. And yes, I, like you, would never allow anybody to insult me. Until my last breath, I would rather die young than live a long life surrounded by people who do not respect me, who continuously insult me. So therefore, I do agree with you. Then yes, you can absolutely kill me, but I will never allow you to insult me. And because I am the captain, I will lead by example. And the only way I can lead by example is for me to show you how I respect myself, how I value myself, how I embrace my imperfections. And because I respect, love, embrace, and value myself, I will force you to embark on the journey of respecting me for as long as you live. Otherwise, you will be the one to go first. The mic is yours.
Great. Thank you. You've just saved yourself a great deal of trouble. You did not oppose Captain Jack Sparrow. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of you who did not participate with the chat with the captain, I will tell you, gentlemen, ladies, this is the day you will always remember as the day that you almost talked to Captain Jack Sparrow. Toastmaster of the day, the floor is yours.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, Captain Jack Sparrow. Why, Ashraf, you do this? This was a great segment. I really enjoyed it. And before the last segment, I calmed myself down and I remembered the polls. So our Zoom master, please raise up the polls or ask the timer, whatever you want. The mic is yours.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the day. Who is your character, by the way? Have a character? Yeah. So our great timer, and by timer I mean Davy Joe. Do all our table topic speakers qualify for the vote for the poll?
Nope. Unfortunately, Mister, you yourself don't qualify. And Mr. Simak as well doesn't qualify. That's it. Everybody else does.
Oh my God, in the heart.
Okay,
sorry?
So now we have Soha, we have Salman, we have Soha, we have Matthew, Shiva, Kumi, and Dina, correct? Our great Davy Joe. Salman, Soha, Matthew, Shiva, Kumi, and Dina, correct? Okay, so our great pirate. Should we say aye?
Aye, aye.
Aye,
Captain.
okay, so launching the poll. You have 1 minute. Okie dokie. So now we are off polling. Now back to you, our Toastmaster of the day, with the coming evaluation segment.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zoom Master. The last part of our meeting is an important segment of the Toastmaster meeting. In this segment, constructive feedback is given to each speaker, as well as the overall meeting, so that we can benefit from the experience, I doubt that, and become better speakers. For this, we have the new captain of the Flying Dutchman with his new duties. Yes, I pronounced it right. And with the only 1 day on land every 10 years at sea, he was able to give us some time to lead the next segment. Please welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Hassan, who is well-trained, by the way.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed. I am Captain Will, and I'm finally back after 10 years. Usually, I have a sword in my hand, but today, I have a pen. I have a pen because I'm evaluating everything about the meeting today. And I have my own crew of evaluators. So let's embark on our evaluation journey with the first captain, Captain Alia Ataya. Captain Alia, the floor is yours.
Raise your hands if you've seen different spellings of Muhammad. Was the hook of our first prepared speaker, Muhammad Abdul Sattar. Throughout his speech, he spoke in a very clear language, and he was so comfortable while delivering his speech. In fact, he laughed at his own jokes even. He also had great usage of pitch when it comes to vocal variety. For example, he said, "I'll live happily ever after. Yay!" And this added some excitement to us all. Don't we all want to live happily ever after? He also had good usage of power when he said, "Graduation is not the last step. It is the first step." And I would have perhaps recommended that you use your index finger here with more controlled body language to stress on that, with extra closeness to the camera. Aside of all the humor and comfort and clarity he was in, I would have recommended that Muhammad slows down his pace a bit more, as I sometimes felt that he was rushing throughout his speech. And especially it is vital to slow down towards the end in order to set the scene for your conclusion, which I feel could have been a bit stronger than "That's my story. Thank you all." Instead, you could have ended with, "That's my story. What's yours?" And this would have gotten the audience thinking on their feet. Another recommendation is to control your hand gestures a bit more, Muhammad. We may have noticed that Muhammad's hands go right and left and with his head. So there's like a rhythmic rhythm here with his head and hands together combined. So perhaps a more controlled gesture for emphasis would have made it more effective, along with more fixed eye contact to the camera lens. Aside of all that, Muhammad managed to incorporate the word of the day into his very first prepared speech, which is something that is not easy. And he also managed to engage his audience, even if it was minimal. He still managed to do a bit of it. And here I would like to go with my favorite quote, or one of my favorite quotes, let's say, which is, don't be afraid to fail, be afraid not to try. Muhammad today has proven this quote. Best wishes to you for all your future speeches. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Captain Alia. And now, moving on to the second pirate, who is Rania El-Ghobashi. Rania, the floor is
So
yours.
I'm stepping in for Rania today because her ship sank on the way.
Okay, so
So
okay, we
don't
have
get
a new
upset.
pirate here. Amr, so the mic is yours.
Okay, so let me talk first about Nurhan's massive improvement in terms of camera placement and lighting. We all know that the energy is much higher when you're standing. She stood up, she had a clear background, and the lighting was behind the camera towards her face, and it's all above her head, tilted down towards her face, so it's just flattering. It's a flattering look. It's different than when you have the laptop on the table and it's staring up your nostrils. It's not really, doesn't really look good. So in terms of structure, notice that she started with a hook and engaging question. Then she moved on to the introduction to define the word luck and tell us how can you create your own luck or avoid bad luck. So really introducing the theme, establishing the theme is important. Then she went on to the body and she gave us different tips about getting good luck, how to avoid bad luck. She illustrated with a story, and there was a bit of dialogue and role playing in there. And then in the end, she had a recap and a call to action to put yourself in the right place at the right time to increase your good luck. So in terms of structure, it's really structured and organized. That's awesome. Let's talk about some things that you can improve. So in the hook, you asked us, are you lucky or unlucky? Can we create good luck or avoid bad luck? We didn't have a chance to respond. I think it's better to ask a close-ended question. For example, are you lucky? And use a prompting gesture like this, raise your hand, and give people some time so that they could interact with you. They too could raise their hand or not, depending on whether they feel lucky or not. So give people time to engage instead of racing through the questions quickly. So the questions in the hook, it's important to pause after them. And it's important that they're close-ended, not open-ended, because we're not allowed to speak while you speak. So you want a simple nod or you want us to raise your hand, something that simple. In the body of your speech, you had 6 tips. That's a lot. 3 to get good luck, 3 to avoid bad luck. When you have so many tips, you don't have much time or space to elaborate and share stories to illustrate your points. And then the presentation sounds formulaic, as if you're going through a list. I would say it's better to narrow down your points, have fewer points, and have more stories and more examples. And I'll give you an example from your speech. So in your speech, you said, I suffered from many problems, but you didn't tell us what the problems are. You said, I spent 2 of the worst years of my life, but we don't know why they're the 2 worst years of your life. What happened? We don't know. And in the end of your speech, when you said that things get better, you resolve the problem. You said, after that, there was a competition by talent management, and I succeeded because I managed to prepare myself well. How did you manage to prepare yourself well? What did you do? What were the obstacles on the way? So your problem and your solutions, it was all a bit abstract because you had so many tips, so you didn't have time to get descriptive with your story. And I advise you to have fewer points and then zoom in on the story, the details, the climax, the feelings that you felt, what exactly happened, how did you overcome it? Because I could tell you, for example, I traveled to the US, but that's not a story. That's just an example. But if I say I stepped out of the airplane, as soon as I stepped foot in Miami, I smelled this and this happened and that happened. The story, we need a story. So don't rush through your speech. Don't give us many points, fewer points, more descriptive stories. Other than that, overall, it was a great speech, great improvement. I love the dialogue that you did, especially switching between the different people, myself and my manager. Great job. And my time is up, so back to Hassan, General Evaluator. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Amr, our new pirate. Okay, so now we have the next part of the evaluation, which is the grammarian, who is also the same person, Amr. So Amr, keep the mic with you.
Okay, as an introvert, this is getting a little bit too much for me, man. All right, I'm gonna share my screen to take you through my grammar evaluation. So my grammar feedback is divided into 5 segments. I'm gonna talk about pronunciation, grammar, word choice, word of the day, and good usage. Let's talk about the pronunciation first. So could anyone pronounce the first word for me real quick?
Preparatory.
Okay, so there are two pronunciations for this. I pronounce it as preparatory, and there's also, I want Matthew to pronounce it for us since he's a native speaker. Matthew, could you go ahead? How do you say it?
I say similar to you, preparatory.
Yes, preparatory, exactly. So preparatory. The second word, in Egypt, sometimes we say 2 syllables when it's just one. So it's not months, it's months, right? Months. With, not whiz, with. A world, not world. It's 1 syllable, not 2 syllables. World. Similarly, next, not next, next. So months, world, next. These are all 1 syllable. Grammar. After started working. After I started working. Let me actually type in the corrections here. So it's after I started working. Who could correct the second one? Can anyone help me with that? There are no silver or gold.
There is no silver or gold.
There is.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, great. How about the third?
At my work, maybe?
Perhaps.
I was in troubles.
But we have here was and then feel. So present and past, that's not consistent. It doesn't match. So I would say I felt I was, or I felt I had many problems at work. That would be more accurate, I guess. I couldn't do my work in a good way. Can you replace in a good way with 1 word?
Properly?
Well.
Just well. Or just properly, I guess. Yes, properly. I was hesitate.
I was hesitant.
Yes, I was hesitant or I hesitated. Exactly. So hesitant works well, adjective. Every time I go to the office, he angry at me.
He gets angry at me.
Every time I went to the office.
Okay. He was
angry
at
me.
Oh, he got angry.
Okay, so the bold, the ones formatted in bold, these are to be omitted. Wrong. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to word choice. I anticipate the number has gone higher through the years. Dina, what's the meaning of anticipate?
When you anticipate, it's synonymous to when you speculate.
Yeah, and does it regard the future or the past?
No, it's regarding the future. When you anticipate something, it's reflective of the future.
Yes. In this case, he said that the number has gone higher already. So he's anticipating a past event right now. So that didn't make much sense to me. So anticipate, I don't think it's the right word.
Assume.
Yes, assume. Thank you very much,
Or
Shiva.
realized the numbers have gone higher, for instance.
Yes, that could work. I went to get back my ship that was sank by Barbosa. I guess that was his name. I think this should go into the grammar slide because it was sunk. We used the past participle here. Word of the day. These are all good uses. Let me embark on my story. Muhammad will embark on our ships. Ahmed Ala, if we embark on an analysis of what we did so far. Matthew, very good. I'll force you to embark on the journey of respecting me as long as you live. Very intimidating, Dina. Let's embark on our evaluation journey. Hassan, great job. And the best usage that I heard today, if we make the truth a little bit more palpable or drinkable. Nice metaphor and imagery here, Matthew. Good job. And with that, My evaluation as a grammarian is over. Back to you, Hassan.
Hey, thank you, Captain Amr. And now we are moving to Captain Timer, Captain Wala Othman. Wala, the mic is yours.
My my report. I thought you were asking if the evaluators qualify. Alrighty, what's with my?
Oh, so sorry. Do you have to make the poll now, Mr. Toastmaster of the day?
Go on, Hassan. After the final part, we will do the poll.
Okay. So move on. Wala.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
So I believe everybody respected their time, the time allotted to them or for their speeches. Now we started with the prepared speaker, Muhammad Abdul Sattar. He spoke for 5 minutes 20 seconds. Then we have Nurhan. She spoke for 5 minutes 30 seconds. Then we go to the table topics segment. We started with Salman. He spoke for 2 minutes 17 seconds. Remember, guys, that the maximum time that you were allowed to speak for was 2 minutes 30 seconds on the table topics. So Magid spoke for 46 seconds, so that's why he got disqualified. He did not see the red card. Soha spoke for 2 minutes exactly. Matthew spoke for 1 minute 10 seconds. Good job, right after the green card. Shiva, she spoke for 1 minute 50 seconds. We have Kumi, 1 minute, also 50 seconds. Simak, 3 minutes 30 seconds. That is 1 minute after he exceeded the red color by 1 minute, and I do believe that's why he got disqualified. Dina, you spoke for 1 minute 35 seconds. Alia, as an evaluator, spoke. They were allowed, the evaluators, they are allowed to speak for 3 minutes 30 seconds. Alia took 2 minutes 40 seconds. Amr took 3 minutes 26 seconds, and then Amr, as the grammarian, took 4 minutes 45 seconds. And that's all. Back to you, Mr. Hassan, but I'll still be timing you.
Okay. Thank you, Wala. Thank you. And now we have the next captain of the crew, who is Captain Ashraf Yusuf, the accounter. Captain Ashraf, the floor is yours.
Hello everyone, my voice is still in impact after the shouting that I did earlier. So we have the Toastmaster of the day, Ahmed Ala. He had 16, but I stopped counting after 16, so that's Ahmed Ala. Muhammad Abdul Sattar, he had 6 filler words, usually ahs and so's. We have Kumi, and she also had ahs and so's. After about 7, I stopped counting also. And finally, we have Simak, who had 5 filler words, and all of the rest are below 5, so I didn't count them because they were below 5, which is awesome. Thank you, everyone. Great job. And back to the general evaluator.
Okay, so now it's time for the general conclusive evaluation. So let me start by Toastmaster of the day, Ahmed. I really like the theme, Ahmed. You chose a very interesting and fun theme. That was the first time we choose something like a movie, like that, like what we did today. And that was really fun. I'm really sure that everyone enjoyed it. And I like how you introduced each one with his imaginary character. That was really awesome. You did forget the poll of the general speeches, the prepared speeches, but you quickly dealt with it, and you with a very good sense of humor. So that was really great. And you also remembered the second poll, which was the table topics poll. So you didn't repeat your mistake. You learned very quickly. So that was really awesome. And moving on to the table topic master, Amal, I really like how you formed your questions, how you chose the questions related to the Pirates of the Caribbean, but also you added a philosophical touch on it. So that was really, interesting and engaging. So that was really great. And it was also good that you wrote the questions in the chat box so that the participants can see the questions if they didn't hear properly. You chose a method of choosing participants, which was you chose participants randomly, which was a good strategy so that you make more people encouraged to participate. But I think you could have also asked for some volunteers in addition to that, so that if someone wants to speak, he can have the chance. And moving on to the general evaluator, the first evaluator, Alia, I like that you started your evaluation speech by a question. That was a hook. You said, raise your hand if you have read a mispronunciation or a different pronunciations of Muhammad. So that was really, it was like a hook. It really got the audience engaged. You did use the sandwich approach. So you mentioned some points of strengths at the beginning and the points of improvement in the middle, and you ended with another encouraging feedback. So that was really great. And moving to evaluator, the second evaluator, Amr, your evaluation was very well structured. I like that you gave feedback on some technicalities like the camera and the lighting, because not all evaluators do that. So that was really great from your side. And your evaluation was very, very well structured. You talked first about the camera and lighting, and then the structure, and then the points of improvement. So it was very well structured. And you also were the grammarian of the day. And that I really like the grammarian segment of today because it was very interactive. That was really great because you shared the screen and you asked questions, and I can see that many people participated in your segment, and that was really awesome. And then we have the timer, Wala.
Hassan, you're breaking up.
Hassan, are you still on? I think he dropped out the call actually. Hassan,
Hello?
can you hear?
Yes. He's back.
Yeah, after Wala, we didn't hear you.
Okay, so let me repeat again. I like that Wala elaborated on the timing report. She didn't just said the, speaker had his score was like 1 minute or 2 minutes. She also said that he passed the limit by 30 seconds, by 16 seconds. So that was really great. And I also, moving to Ashraf, you really did a very great job, Ashraf. And I think that's it. And back to our president, or first Toastmaster of the day, Captain Ahmed Ala. Captain Ahmed, the mic is yours.
Thank you. Please mute Ashraf. Yes. Thank you all, and thank you, General Evaluator, and all the evaluators and role players for your evaluations and reports. And now is the time for polls, yes, for the best evaluation speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Sorry, Zoom Master. Yes, I am the Toastmaster of the day. I got tired from the excitement.
Okay. Well, anyway, again, we will receive a 1-minute poll for everyone. to vote who was the best evaluator for the prepared speeches. We have two evaluators. We have Alia being the evaluator of Muhammad for his speech, and Amr or AD Silvermind for evaluating Norhan for her speech as well. I guess we're done with the poll. Thank you, everyone. And now I think it's the time to announce the results. So, the best speaker award goes to...
What is the drum rolls? Share the screen.
Are you sharing screen?
No.
Oh, you're not sharing?
You're not sharing screen?
Okay. Again, share the screen, please.
No, I'm still making the evaluation award.
I'll kill you.
No, wait.
I'll throw you in the sea.
1 second.
I'll take all the things and drop you in the cannon ball.
Okay,
I will.
I say, طب ما عاونا السبيتشز.
announcing the speaker.
This is what we're going to announce.
Okay.
Announce مين؟
السبيتشز.
The winner?
The winner
is... This is going. Wait, برضو خلينا تاني. ها
1 second.
برضو. Okay. Once again.
Making the certificate, please.
You know what? I feel that I'm the family Von Trapp. Like when they are when they're saying that the announcement is, and then they don't show up. خلاص, now we can. Okay, dokie. Let's do it. And the winner is Muhammad Abdel Sattar for best speaker. Woohoo! Good luck. مش عارف where is the gold الصراحة. Where is the gold? فين الجولد؟ هات الجولد. Once again, congratulations, Ahmed. You just won 100 gold اسمه ايه؟ خلاص انا اسف. gold coin. Gold from the treasure chest. Okay, and now thank you much. So here's the treasure chest. So that's the treasure chest for the winning, for whomever won the best award. And now we come to the best table topic award goes to yay! Dina Abu Saif, our great president. The kids are cheering. Okay. Last award for are we done? Are we okay with it? We're not done?
We're done.
We have it, Jan?
Yes, we
Okie dokie. And now we have the best evaluation award goes to Amr AD Silvermine. Thank you, everyone. Back to you again, our Toastmaster of the day.
Next day.
That's the way.
Thank you, Doom Master. I think I can speak for everyone to give you the title of the Pirates of the Day for for this awesome, organized, very organized certificate giving and gold giving. Yes, and yes, Amr, I may be drunk. I saw you wrote that in the chat. I think I got drunk from the excitement. I was all high today, and. Don't get used to that, guys, because people say that we're crazy. But tonight, all we want is to give ourselves and all of you a new experience that could make us feel better or make our night better, even if only for 2 hours. We are crazy by choice. Yes. All these costumes are not true, yes, but it helped us to have a new experience. That's why, yes, I should fix my hair. That's why I joined Toastmaster, yes, for this experience. And I hope we have been able to deliver some of this enthusiasm to you. Unfortunately, now is the time to end this meeting. And I would like to hand the mic over to the captain of Cairo Toastmasters Club, dear Dina. Over to you.
Thank you so much, our amazing Toastmaster
You're
of the
muted,
day.
Dina.
You did a brilliant job. Are you saying something? Okay, you muted yourself. Well, thank you so much for conducting such a beautiful meeting. Thanks to all our role players, participants, everybody who attended with us tonight. Now, before I adjourn the meeting, I just want to hand the mic over to one of our guests, Shugan Kumar, who actually wanted to speak with us for 30 minutes. Sorry, 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. I'm sorry, 30 seconds before we conclude the meeting. So Shugan, the mic is yours.
Hello. Yeah. First of all, I want to thank you. Thanks, everyone. It was really a pleasure meeting you. I didn't get a chance to really talk today because I'm doing my work at the same time, so I'm not fully able to concentrate. It's a pleasure. And you guys, one thing I noticed is you guys have a lot of fun while you're doing your thing. So it just makes everyone else's makes it fun. And I hope to come back at some time in the future. And the person who really said you have to come sometime was Dina. So thank you so much, Dina. And I look forward to meeting you guys again soon. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Shugan, for taking time out of your busy schedule and actually attending with us while you were working. I know it was a bit of a challenge, but we appreciate your presence. And again, thank you so much, everyone. Our Toastmaster of the day, our table topic masters, our speech evaluators, our speakers, our guests, each and every person, really, our tag team, of course, each and every evaluator, each and every person really made this meeting truly fun, truly memorable. And I know that we all really enjoyed this theme. It's very interesting how I still have that thing on my head. You know, I actually have my band here, it kind of ripped, and I had to tie it in a knot to make sure that I still keep it on, because Mag, our sergeant at arms and Zoom Master, went out of his way and dropped off all these eye patches. You know, he gave these patches to us individually. And I was like, if I don't put this one on, he's going to get really upset. He's going to take it personally, right? So anyway, I put it on for you, Mag, okay? I hope that's okay that it wasn't like on my eye the whole time. But yeah, everybody's spirit, everybody's positivity.
I had it on my forehead as well.
I know. You know what? I moved mine all the way on top of my forehead when you did that, you know, as respect for you, because you really bent over backwards to make sure everybody was in uniform tonight. But I just love everybody's enthusiasm, everybody's spirit, everybody's positive participation. I hope you guys had a good time with us. I hope that our first time guests actually enjoyed their experience with Cairo Toastmasters Club's meeting tonight. And I sincerely thank all these people who are attending once again from other countries where it's past midnight. Thank you for staying up late until this very minute to be with us until the end of the meeting. We really appreciate your contribution, support, and presence. Now, Mag, before I conclude the meeting, Mag, can you stop being silly, please, and listen to me for a second? Okay, I have a question for you. Did you want to launch this poll about, you know, the guests' feedback, or were you not going to do that tonight?
No, we can do
Okay,
that.
so if you could just wait, just stick around for a minute. Mag is going to launch a poll just to kind of gather feedback on how you think our meeting went tonight. Kindly just kind of select the best and most truthful, experience as per how you perceive things unfolded tonight, because we do want to gather this feedback to further grow and improve. So please just go ahead and take 1 second of your time. Let us know how you thought tonight's meeting went. And Mag, just let us know when everybody votes, please.
We are 72% there, so we're 6 people left.
Okay, come on, you guys, 6 people. We need each and every person's feedback. Constructive feedback. We are open to feedback. This is how we learn and grow together, right?
We need at least 1 vote because now we have a tie. Okay, good. Thank you.
Are they good ties or bad ties?
The top 2. Good one.
They're good ones. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
The top 2, we're still in a tie, so we need 1 more vote, if you don't mind.
So a tiebreaker.
A tiebreaker for these 2 ties that we have. 1 more vote. Hey, come on. 5 people left.
Okay, so Matthew just wrote something in the chat box. He said, suggestion, make agenda link available to guests. Did you get that? So basically, yeah. He just wants the link to the agenda.
We apologize, Matthew, for this glitch this time. Normally, we share, it's actually my bad as a sergeant at arms. Normally, I share the agenda in the chat box with everyone at the beginning of the meeting. So thank you for the comments. And yes, this is something that we normally do. But again, today we were all excited about our costumes and outfits, so we forgot that.
Yes, absolutely. It is true. They normally do post the link in the chat box, so just to make sure that everybody's kind of following through. Also, Salman said something about having a table topic evaluator. Sometimes, I mean, we only did it once. I know we only did it once in our club, and it's, it's something that we would like to do more in the future. But the problem is that for the sake of time, we're not able to do it each and every meeting because we do promise people that we will take up 2 hours of their time. And last time I know that we exceeded the 2 hours and a lot of people had to leave before we adjourned the meeting. So the only problem with the table topic evaluator is that this person has to evaluate each and every impromptu speech. And it takes up to maybe 10 minutes of our time, and even sometimes even more if we have more speakers in the house. So sometimes we're not able to do it for the sake of time, but we will definitely keep this in consideration for future reference, Salman. Thank you so much.
Before we leave, can we all open our cameras and get a screenshot or a what do you call it, a group photo for this meeting, please? Okay, everyone, 3, 2, 1. Say Toastmasters, say Pirates. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, bye everyone. Have a great evening, day, or even or afternoon. Looking forward to having you in the coming meetings. Bye bye. Ciao. Dina,
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you for
Bye
joining
bye.
us.
Salamat. Ilalakay. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you so
Shukran.
much.
Shukran. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good night. Thanks so much. We'll see you
Thank
guys very
you.
soon.